Got a really good international break, re-energised, refocused, and 6 points for Scotland, most importantly.
I know, it was great, and I even got the chance to go and watch the under-21 game.
I know
but it's really nice to be able to watch Scotland just now. I think they've captured the imagination of the full country, and it's a really good position to be in. So all credit to Steve Clarke and the boys. Have had a phenomenal campaign, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Aberdeen went in a bit of a predicament, but they've responded very well since that wee bit of a predicament run that they had.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is a league where everyone can beat anyone. I don't think there's anyone running away at the top. There's nobody getting cast adrift at the bottom. It's actually a really strong league this year, and that's maybe indicative of how well Scotland are doing as well, because the league seems to be strong. You know, that there's a healthy Dundee United, Edinburgh teams. Obviously, Aberdeen are still having a reasonable season, but I think the key thing for us at this moment in time is just we've had a chance to refresh, recharge, and really look to improve after the international break.
Callum Butcher says that he's training well, looking well again after his injury. How's he been in training for yourself?
Yeah, he's been great. I think Callum's probably been a little bit frustrated recently, because probably for the first time in his Dundee United career, he's actually seen a team, put quite a kind of sustained run together in the Premier League. There's been a little bit healthy competition, and he's played a true leader's role by actually supporting the boys in the background. He's been training properly every day, and he's pushing for a starting spot at the weekend.
This is an interesting game at the weekend because you're up against Stephen Glass, and Stephen Glass is on his own journey, like a bit like yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both kind of young managers, got jobs with top clubs in the country, and at the end of the day, we're just looking to be judged like any other manager in the league. But I just focus on my own journey. I think it's been an interesting one to say the least. But I feel really comfortable with the group of players. I feel really comfortable where we are at this stage in our journey as a team together. But there's still a lot that we want to improve upon.
Is Saturday about reigniting your season, or is that a bit bold?
I don't think it's about reigniting, because I still think in the last two games where we've suffered defeats, there's been a lot of positives. I think particularly against St Johnstone, particularly in the second half actually, we performed tremendously well. At Hearts there was still a lot of good moments. There was just a little kind of a few reflections that we made tactically that we might have done differently. But the good thing from this group of players is that they're always hungry for more. They've got a lot of confidence in themselves. There's a strong team spirit here, and there's a real excitement to be involved in big games, and that's what we've got on Saturday.
You've probably learned a lot as a manager from that Pittodrie disappointment in opening day of the season.
Yeah, and I think at that moment in time when we actually reflected on the game, there wasn't a lot in the game. It was a frustrating under par performance from our perspective, but it could have been slightly different if we had scored the big opportunity just before half time. But it almost kind of feels like a million miles away now, and it's not really something that we dwelled on at the time. We beat Rangers the following week.
Yeah.
I think that was probably proof that we hadn't dwelt on it, but we used it as a learning opportunity, and it just happened to be another opponent coming to visit us on Saturday that we need to compete with for 3 points.
Was that Rangers win a springboard?
Probably was, yeah, and it was probably on reflection something that the fans needed to see, because maybe they felt the performance at Pittodrie maybe was it was under par. We did underperform on the day, but the Rangers' performance for me was a real springboard to probably signalling who we want to be as a team. We changed the formation following the Aberdeen game, and I think we've made some real advancements since then as well.